Welcome to African Boss. Today we are going to discuss Prophet Shepherd Bushiri and Mary Bushiri in relation to two recent events that have happened within the past week or two while the couple have been in Malawi. This is the absolute latest on the couple. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe to African Boss and leave a comment below. We are a fast-growing channel. So be part of the movement, and our content is all things African, both entertainment and educational. Please stay tuned to the end of this video because we are going to discuss three absolute latest events regarding the Bushiris. Now, these are real events that have happened in Malawi. They're absolutely true events, not the fake media speculation that we are accustomed to when it comes to this couple. Shepherd Bushiri, he's also known as Major One or Papa or whatever other names that he's called. His main principal business is the church. So we Africans traditionally hold special reverence to our men and women of God, and Pentecostalism and its ministries of miracles and prosperities has taken hold on the continent without a doubt in the past few decades or so. Say, for instance, starting from the mid-90s to present day, and the Bushiris are right at the center of this movement. So as you're aware, the couple ran the ECG Church with its headquarters based in South Africa, where the main support is. Bushiri is popular in Malawi, but nowhere near as popular in South Africa, where he has a cult-like following. I'm not saying that the church is a cult, but we all have seen the feverish support and just the amazing faith that his supporters have in him and his wife. As you're aware that this couple has been facing a litany of litigation in a Pretoria magistrate court in South Africa. Charges include money laundering, and also later on, after Bushiri had escaped, they added rape charges where a few women came out in the public and said that they were raped by the prophet. So big money, big leaks, as they were talking about money in excess, money laundering in excess of 100 million rand. So big money. So after posting bail, they had spent about 2 weeks in a South African jail. They posted bail, and then they skipped the country. They announced that they're in Malawi on the 14th of November. That was a Saturday, that they had skipped South Africa because they were afraid of losing their lives. Their protection, their security was not guaranteed in South Africa. The Malawian president, His Excellency President Chakwera, was also visiting the South Africa at that time, and that caused its own complications because the South Africans were suspicious of the Malawian president visit. They thought that he might be assisting the prophet escaping, which caused a lot of grief on the side of the Malawian president because they were detained up to 7 hours. They could not leave South Africa for various reasons, but the chief reason being that they were being suspected of having Bushiri and that on board, which was potentially would have caused a lot of diplomatic tension. They did for the time diplomatic tensions, but it seemed to have been resolved. Now, what are those three big events that I was talking about? Within the last week, the Attorney General actually advised the Minister of Home Affairs, Minister Chimwendo Banda, to sign the extradition papers to start that process, which was a bit of a surprise for me because I thought the government would drag their feet on this, but they actually have signed those, and that then the extradition process has begun. Does that mean that Prophet Bushiri and his wife Mary will be heading back to South Africa? No. I think it just signals that the government is willing to do what the SADC protocols recommend, and then the case will be taken to the courts where they are set to appeal, and that can take a long time to happen. But most significantly, the government has signed that and has basically washed his hands and left the case in the courts. So that is such a big significant event. Now the other event was the crossover. ACG Church hold this event called the crossover on New Year's Eve. They get into the next year through a night of prayers, but it's big. Last year they did hold it at the FNB Stadium in Soweto, and over 100,000 people attended. That was a record, and it's no mean feat. Say whatever you say about Bushiri, but his supporters has got such a pool among his supporters. So since it's in Malawi, they had applied to hold a similar event at Bingu Mtarika Stadium in the central part of the region where Bushiri is based now. This stadium holds about 60,000 people. And initially the stadium management said you can do it. But within the last week, they've turned around and said you can't do it. The reasons, and one of the main reasons, is because of the COVID. Because a lot of people from South Africa, as I said, has got such feverish support in South Africa. A lot of South Africans said they will come in for the event, but because of the COVID, and South Africa with its COVID issues, the Malawians are not willing to import more COVID into the country. Most of the COVID that came into Malawi really was brought in by visitors by returnees from South Africa. So they don't want that to happen again. But really, it wasn't really about the COVID, but it was pressure from the government to the stadium management that you can't let him do that. So that's been postponed. The Bushiri camp have acknowledged that. They say, just to wait. I think they're looking for alternative venues. But other Malawians are saying, we could have laid low for quite a while and just see how things go. But I don't think they have that sort of DNA. The other third event was also concerning the same event, the crossover, because there were rumors that the president of Malawi was actually going to attend this event, and that was circulating in the social media, and that made headlines as well. But nothing could be further from the truth. The president of Malawi wasn't going to attend the crossover. So the Bushiris continue to make news wherever they are. So what do you think? Should they go on and look for alternative venues for the crossover event, or just sort of lay low for quite a while and see what happens? So thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.